Hi everyone. This here is a 87 Haro Sport, and I believe you would call it a team. I'm not sure if you can call it a team without the paint job. This thing is a survivor, and it's quite well loaded up. It's in really good condition. It's not perfect. I will go through everything I can think of here on it. The wheels I got on it, the ones that are currently on there, I took off of an 86 Haro Sport, and these are Peregrine hubs, loose ball, with a Rhea 7X48s on it. And like I said, they came off of another bike. And the tires I bought recently, brand new. They're the Panaracer HP 406s. I still have the original wheel set that was on this. It's actually a Hutch XL wheel set, so that must have gotten traded or changed or something eons ago. So I don't have any original Peregrine wheels with it, but I do have some I can offer as an alternative, and I'll go over that stuff with you as well, or include it in the listing. A lot of the stuff is all the original Haro bike, and some of it is not the original Haro stuff. The only thing I have done is changed the wheels, as I mentioned, and changed the chain. It had a black chain on it, and somebody thought it would be a great idea to grease it, and I didn't feel like sitting there for 6 hours to try to ungrease it. So you can have the chain that came with it. This is a KMC chain that's on there. You can have that too. The pedals I added. They're Shimano DX, and they spin forever, which is almost, it seems like all Shimano pedals spin forever, but thing is if you listen, you can hear that they're dry and loose, and they need to be rebuilt. But they do spin good, they spin smooth. So I don't think, any replacement caps. I decided not to knock them out. So that's what's not original to this bike: the wheels, the pedals, and the chain. Everything else was on this bike because I got it. And the pedals that were on it were, I don't know, some 90s GT pedals or something like that. And that's pretty much it as far as what I did. Now, what's not original Haro? Obviously, the wheels, as I mentioned, and the pedals, the chain. This dyno seat, this is one that I think everybody wants. It's the 21-23 seat, and that's obviously not Haro. These grips, I don't know if these are original or not. They're not Amy. They're like made out of steel or something, maybe even a little bit harder than steel. I've thought to cut them off with a razor and just decided to leave them on there. See the original Odyssey brakes on there, the original Nippons, original fork standers, I'm assuming the original headset. I did replace the cups because the cups were a faded black, and I had these nice cups off of a 84 GHP Cruiser. So I decided to put them in there. You can have them. Original stem. This is Anlin stamped. So now let me just go through all the parts here with you. And like I said, the condition, I'll just kind of give it a once over on the condition. The condition is really quite good. Alright, let's go through this in more detail. I'm just going to start at the top here. Grips I mentioned, they are not Amy grips. I don't know what came on the Haros, but they're not. The handlebars are the original handlebars. And over here, that's not from crashing, that's not rash, but it's got some peppering, the chrome's peppering away there. So that chrome looks pretty good on the handlebars except for that spot. Actually, it looks quite good on the handlebars except for that spot. I don't know what's up with that. The brakes are these locking RX, I think they're RX 3s or 5s, but you'll notice on both of them that the levers, they're loose like that. I'll show you the other one. This one, yeah, you can see it there too. Now, I think that's because the body gets opens up a little bit and gives us some play. I decided not to try to mess with that. You can if you want to. The stem is the original stem. So got the little plastic plug in it. It's the Haro stem. It is Anlan stamped on the shaft. And I will mention that some rocket scientists clamped some knee saver bars in there that were very narrow, and they caught the edge of the weld on the edge of the stem there, so you can see it's lifted a little bit. Probably clean that up some, but it's perfectly harmless to the functionality of it. It's cosmetic. I'm assuming this gyro setup's original, and I will mention that the rear cabling, unfortunately, not just the cabling, because the gyros, I don't think they come apart in any way. So when the cable frays up, your whole gyro is kind of toast. So that's kind of where this rear gyro is. I'll show you where some of the cable is frayed up a little bit, but I think I'll stay up front here. You got the Nippons there. Nothing really to say about those. I believe they're original. Nothing going on with them bad. The cable's quite good actually, and they've got a lot of extra cable there for some reason or other. Fork standers are original. They look good. Nice and comfortable. Whoa! Alright, good catch. I'm going to mention this now. This front tube goes flat overnight. I must have pinched it when I put it in there. And racer tires, they're brand new. See some dirt on them, but you see the nubs on them too. They've only been sat on like this, like you see it here. Again, the wheel set are loose ball, Araya 7C. Suzu 7C date stamp. So I believe that's 87. So it goes well with the bike. And they're Araya 48s, 7X 48s. Frame and fork chrome is quite nice. I mean, you can see some scuffing on there and stuff like that, but there's no dents or anything like that. Let's see here. Got some little specks of rust there, but this frame is really quite clean. And I'm sure you can get that rust off. Okay, this wire here on the straddle wire, way too short. Pain in the butt to get it in there. And I cut off all the frays in the end. You kind of need to replace that. And the cable inside of here, you can see it frayed up all in there behind the boomerang. And this rear brake doesn't work well because of that. It's frayed inside the housing. So if you pull this rear brake, it'll stay kind of in the braking position. So that needs some attention. But it is the original Diacomp AD990 brake on there. Group 1 cranks in good condition. Spider, you can see, is losing the chrome. This chain ring, it is steel actually, and I don't know what it is. It's not stamped. It's nothing special. I don't know if it's what came with it or not. 3 of those chain ring bolts are stamped Seguino. 2 are not. I don't know why. Chain line, or the chain ring line, pretty. Well, I'll try to show you when I flip the bike over. It's a little bit wonky in there. It's not perfectly straight. You can see the condition is really quite good. Like I said, the pedals, they look really clean, but I swear somebody properly blasted these things or something, because they look clean, like you can eat off of them. And I know that's not the original finish. You can see some scarring down here and stuff like that. Not bad, but enough to say that this wasn't the original finish. I don't know how they did it like this. I think they somehow blasted it. The chain I put on there is KMC chain. Looks good on this bike. Peregrine clamp is good. The fluted seat post is good. The Haro, it's not cut or anything like that. The dyno seat, one of the rails was missing out of the back in here. I read in the museum there about how to boil that thing, or darn near boil it. It was quite a wrestling match to get it back in. I did manage to do it. but it's not a fun thing to do. It's a little bit scary. I don't see any cracks or anything like that as a result, so I think that's good. Rear hub matches. I changed the freewheel. That's a Dicta 16-tooth freewheel. In my opinion, the thing's got quite a bit of drag, but I thought it looked good because it was chrome. The original freewheel was like a 888 freewheel, and that's what was on this wheel set. What was on this bike with the original wheels was a 18-tooth Shimano 333. That's pretty much it. Nice looking bike.